Alrighty, good afternoon ladies and gentlemen. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that I've been using for about 6 months now. There's a lot of videos out there about this reel coming out, and I don't think there's any talking about 6 months down the track after use and a review about how good the reel has been. So we're going to talk about this today. Have a look in here, mate. There it is, the 2020 Saltiga. Let's go. Casting.
Big one under him. Look at that one, Benny.
Oh wow, that is large. I can't believe how quick you smoke that thing in, dude.
See the lane and the breathe.
Lane and breathe, lad. Oh, fucking Brooksy. Oh, double! Hey, double, boys. Look at this banger here with yours. Yeah, Brooks. Yeah,
it's a bit better double than the last double we had.
Much better than the last. The last was, I had a small banger and Matty had a tom.
This is more like the double.
Like I said, for me, I got my first 2020 Saltiga about 6 months ago. They've been on the market for sale now for a few months. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about the two or three main things that I've noticed the difference between this reel and a lot of the other reels I've used. The older Saltigas and of course the Stellas, because I used a bunch. And with all the other reels that I've used, I had issues and I had things go wrong and little things that were kind of annoying. So, which are things that I think have been fixed with this new reel. So the first main thing with the Stellas and the older Saltigas as well, after a lot of use, after catching GTs, all that kind of stuff, the gears become an issue. And I had many Stellas where gear failure was a thing, the main drive gear or whatever it's called. The gears break off, creating like a coffee grinder clunky feel, or in other cases I had all the bolts on the main gear completely shear off and then you get nothing whatsoever. So your handle just winds and the reel does not turn. So that's a very big problem. With the new Saltiga, obviously the gearing is a lot bigger and a lot stronger. You can see just on the body there, that round circle, that's the size of the new gears. So I think they said it's double this strength. From my experience, I'm not going to go too tech with it, I'm just purely going to talk about my experience. From my experience, I haven't had any issues with gearing whatsoever. This thing still feels like it's brand new. So for me, that's the single biggest thing with the new Saltiga, is the strength of the gearing, because when you're setting hooks and cranking on big fish that don't want to be cranked, that's going to be the point that fails. So I think that new gear system being stronger, tougher, bigger is the most important thing in a high-end, powerful, strong spin reel. The next thing, it's another design tweak compared to the old Saltiga to the new one, is the lip of the spool design. You can see there it's rounded off. It doesn't have the sheer drop in the lip like the older Saltiga does. I'll give you a look. It's an old one. So this became, I guess, kind of an issue, and it's probably up for debate, but for me, I noticed with the older ones, because of that lip of the spool edge just cutting straight in, if you were at all over spooled, you would get wind knots occasionally. With the old ones, I'd keep them slightly underspooled so you could visibly see they were underspooled to eliminate that. With the new one and the new design of the spool, I haven't got any wind knots, and you can see that's pretty damn full. So that's the other good thing I really think. As far as like the use of it is concerned, the gearing, obviously different drag system, better cooling, all that kind of stuff, but to me the main things are that, like when in use, that you're going to notice. So obviously gear failure is the major one, and wind knots is super annoying if you're getting wind knots. I used to get a bit of, you can see here, like corrosion under the paint, and the paint would bubble. I'm pretty bad at looking after my reels, so this is probably an extreme case, but again, with the new one, I haven't had that yet, and that's 6 months of copping and quite a flogging. So that's another good thing, I dare say. My cap's gone off that, I know, so I'll get a new one for that. The other major things with it, obviously looks. I don't really care about the look. It looks cool. Yeah, it's similar colors to the Stella or whatever. Doesn't really bother me. Again, the main things for me are the strength and being able to rely on it. I've said it a million times before, but you need to be 100% confident in all your gear when you're fishing. And knowing that the gears aren't going to break is a major thing, because you wouldn't actually believe how many times I had gear failures on other reels. That's a super, super important thing for me, and thus far, 6 months in, fished with it a lot, caught a lot of fish, and no issues. You know, if you're a Shimano guy, you have the roller bearing issue where the roller bearing goes every trip. It's a total nightmare. People don't want to fish with you because you've got that noisy reel. Haven't had any roller bearing issues. I've been using the 20,000 size, so super big, PE10 on it. Yesterday I got the 18,000 size. I'm going to fish that PE10 as well, but now I have 2 PE10 setups, and in the coming weeks when more stock becomes available, I'm going to get a 14,000 size, and I'll run PE6 on that, I think. So that'll give you like a full quiver of setups to use, and I'm really looking forward to have a full quiver of the new Saltigas. I'm going to get rid of my old ones, and I'm going to put the new ones through its paces. So I'll do another kind of update video for these reels at the end of 12 months. So with 6 months in, 12 months down the track, I'll let you know how they're going. But I'm assuming at this stage they're all going to be sweet. So bloody good. I think it's a real step forward in spin reels, because every time there's a new model reel, there's not many major like structural adjustments going on. It's just little tweaks in how they look. Maybe something different here and there, but this is a major overhaul of a reel, and I think it's made it so much better and so much more reliable. So really bloody good. Apart from that, in other news, I just got one of these little 4000 Surtape. Really excited to test that one out. And another reel I've been using a lot lately is the Lexa HD for overhead jigging. It's been really good. Hope you take something from those little, I guess, a little quick review on the 2020 Saltiga. As for me, I've been home for a few days. I'm just packing now to go on another trip. Got 2 weeks on the road. The guys from Isuzu are giving us a car again for this trip. We're taking the sea change, 16 footer again. I've just been at Fish Head and I just grabbed a few things that I needed to stock up on. I've been kind of milking it the last 2 trips and reusing a lot of old split rings and stuff like that. So I just got a few. I've got a couple packs of the 10 decoys. These are the only split rings I use, the decoy splits. They're just really bloody good. A lot of the other split rings out there, they don't have the memory that these ones do, and they stay open. So that's why I use the decoys. Got a couple fresh spools of Tazline, 100 pound going on the 18K 2020 Saltiga, 30 pound going on the little Surtape, a couple of litres, new HPA pliers because I lost 2 sets of split ring pliers on the last trip. And Duncan even gave me this FCL JD P290 Slim, super long, light floating stick bait, so that should be fun as well. Alrighty, time to get ready, mate. Where's Jam? Jam! Jam!
Yeah.
What do you think? Oh, you're there.
About what?
About the new 2020 Saltiga. What do you think?
Oh, it's amazing.
It's amazing. What does the Eamon think?
Yemen wants you to catch her dinner.
You got heaps of coral trout in the freezer.
Alrighty, there you have it, mate. That's it. Quickest, easiest video in history, but hopefully you can take something from it. And yeah, that's it. Oh, peacock bass is still alive too, by the way. Tank needs a bit of a clean, so he's still alive. I think he's hungry. Over here. I think he's super hungry. Come on. He's gotten pretty big. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you soon. See you on the trip. Couple days. Doing it.